Shamaya, you did it.
STL Music.
Is that good? Welcome back to the show. So listen up, we back in the game. Sweep the league, we got the flame. Motivated to the fullest every single day. We wake up, get it in every way. Right from the two in the global inspiration. Talk this sports and top news, no hesitation. Sweep the league is back. We always coming back, that's a fact. Wanna tell them that STL Music, mama, we did it, where we at? Coach Jill in the house with the flow so tight. Every perfect rock stats, we unite. Yeah, the best show, Monday through Friday. If this ain't different, they lying. We got the energy. When I say sweep, you say the league. Sweep the league, sweep the league, sweep the league, sweep the league. San Antonio, let's go. Sweep the league. Sweep the league. Sweep the league. San Antonio, let's go.
Hey, it's Rain Fernandez, and you're watching Sweep the League. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and Facebook at Rain Fernandez, Rayne Fernandez.
Hi, it's Sherilyn, and you're watching Sweep the League TV. Follow me on Instagram at official Sherilyn for more content.
Hey, this is George Iceman Gervin, and you're listening to Sweep the League Radio.
Sweep the league TV where legends collide. If the Cowboys fall short, we'll still ride the tide. Like Jordan in the clutch or Brady's last play, we bring the fire, keeping fans in the fray. Coach Gio and Marie calling the shots, with Derek coming straight Hall of Fame thoughts. So hit that subscribe, don't sit on the bench. Get in the game, every highlight's intense. The live stream's on, tell your friends don't delay. Like Kobe in the fourth, we're here to play. Sweep the League TV, where greatness resides. From the blogs at the drives till the homes on the rise. We're all in on sports, NBA, CFB, and more for fans. Live fans, it's the show you'll adore.
Kelly. Oh boy. Pass. Boy, Cranford, how did he save that on the sideline? 6 to shoot. Moncrief looking for some daylight. He will fire. Oh, and he buries it. Waiting for it. St. Francis is out of fouls. Knox taking some contact. No. Fight for it. Whoa. And that's going to be foul. Madlock got possession, is fouled by Kelly. Yep. Unbelievable effort. And now TJ Madlock, his mom Stacy looking on. Madlock, 71% free throw shooter. Make sure you block it out. Short, well short. 10 seconds. Get it to a guard if you can. Watch out, watch out. Timeout, they turn it over, get it back. Cranford, and he coughs it up. Unreal.
A lot of times you want to get a curl, some kind of curl going towards the basket in half court.
3.4 seconds left, and here we go. This is where dreams are made.
They're going for it all.
Simpson, home run play, the deflection. Oh! Layup! 0.7 seconds left. Magic right here. Moncrief at the horn, and it is over in Dayton. Alabama State has won its first ever NCAA tournament game in a thriller.
Well, the big dance has officially started as we got the first game in St. Francis and Alabama State, a nail biter. There you go. That's the reason why we watch March Madness here. And it's unbelievable. It's here. It starts this Thursday. Rudy Campos Jr. here for Sweep the League. Derek Gervin, Coach Gio bouncing around, guys. They're coming. You got to understand. They've got a lot of stuff they're doing, but you got me for the meantime right now. But hey, man, What a way to kick off March Madness. That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable. If you think that was special, you've got a whole tournament ahead of you. And guess what? We are a part of the USOA Dirty Four bracket. We're going to be making our picks tonight. We're going to do them live. I didn't enter earlier because I was going to make those picks live on the air. That way you see them. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have watched very little college basketball. I have a busy life. I've got my daughter in sports. I've got, husband life. I've got everything. So I don't catch a whole lot of college basketball. I don't catch a whole lot of sports in general, but I do follow enough to where, you know what, I'm going to make my picks tonight. We're going to go for the perfect bracket. We want to be that 34, the USOA 34 bracket winner, brought to you by MCS General Contracting, Bear Apparel, and Castro and Sun Solar. If I'm forgetting somebody out there, please let me know. Jacob Eric here, great in the market's own Jacob Eric. Here we go. Tim, of course, Blue Devils. Tar Heels are winning right now, Tim, so can't say they suck right now. What a game tonight. It was an absolute thriller of a game earlier. Alabama State, St. Francis. Great game. What is up, Lehi, MCS General Contracting Zone, the best in the business. MCS General Contracting, proud sponsors of Sweep the League, backed 100% by Sweep the League, and they guarantee their work over at MCS General Contracting. Contract them today. No need for a bracket. Duke will win it all. Golly, y'all are going to really come at me tonight for this. It's not going to be no Joker and Tim Duncan. Which I'm just going to get that out of the way here. Jeff on Locked On Spurs, asked me, hey, can I post the clip of you talking about Joker and Tim Duncan? And I addressed on that. I addressed, I said, yeah, go ahead. I got no problem. You can post it. And of course, I'm just going to say, everyone that listens to Sweep the League knew what I was talking about. They knew exactly where I was going with it when I did say, Joker over Duncan. I never once said Tim Duncan was, not the better player overall, not the better teammate, not the better career, and like that. But when you talk about a one-game match, a one-game, type of, whatever, I got to ask you this. I'm going to put this on there. And, if you want to copy it, if you want to do whatever, you want to put it out there, I have no idea. I heard you got cooked on the Joker versus TD Tag. I'm actually addressing it right now. Thanks for getting me cooked by, not even going to say it. We got some dope prizes for the top four brackets. Appreciate it, Leha. Tar Heels did belong in tournament. I'm going to get to that, Tim. Relax, but let me get back to this. So addressing the Joker and TD talk here. The question was, did you take prime Tim or prime Joker? Overall, I always said Tim is the better defender. He's going to have the better career as of right now. I mean, we don't really know 100% of how Joker's career is going to end up. I mean, the guy, you're talking about prime Joker just right now. I mean, we're just getting prime Joker. We saw prime Duncan, 5-time NBA champion, 3-time NBA Finals MVP, 2-time most valuable player. I mean, the list goes on and on. What, 15-time All NBA, 10-time All NBA first team. It goes on and on. So yes, Timmy's career leaps and bounds over it. But I ask you this, the trajectory of Joker, 3-time MVP, already an NBA champion, the first center to possibly average a triple-double for an entire season. I mean, there's different things going on, that you got to take in consideration. We don't know prime Joker just yet. Like, for real, we don't know prime Joker just yet. And that's what I was getting at. I have no idea what prime Joker truly is. We're just getting it right now. So when I took that other night, I said, okay, Timmy's a better defender, 100%. Timmy's a better defender. I did say Timmy had the low post game, would dominate Joker in the low post game. Joker would struggle on the defensive side. Ball handling, toss-up. Ball handling's a toss-up. Joker is a much better shooter. Much better shooter. You cannot come at me for that. Now, the better overall offensive player, it's Joker. I mean, it really is. Take him out on the perimeter, he can get right by him. Timmy can dribble. Timmy can get by Joker too. Prime Timmy was good. But I don't think the guys that are commenting that don't really, I mean, you don't listen to Sweep the League, but let's be honest with you. So I don't really take a whole lot of comments to heart. I don't get butthurt over anything, to be honest with you. But taking consideration this, I have this for you. Have we seen Prime Joker? Or have we really seen Prime Joker right now? We're just scratching the surface on Prime Joker. Let's be real. Let's bring up the stats right now. Mention three-time MVP. Already an NBA champion. Already a Finals MVP. 10 years, what? 10 years, he was drafted in 2014, so 10 years in the league. Will he have the better career? No, probably not. I mean, he's 7-time NBA All-Star, 4-time All-NBA first team. He's going to be one of the best centers, period. But I throw this at you. I'm throwing this at you. Have we really seen all that we can from Prime Joker? Does it make a difference? And take off the Spurs hat. Everybody out there, take off the Spurs hat. If Joker ends his career averaging a triple-double for his entire career. Now, at the end, I understand, he just started, he's averaging triple-double the last 5 years of his career, whatever. And it boosts numbers. Okay. But if he ends his career averaging a triple-double for his career, how much water does that hold? I took Joker based off of offensive ability, breaking it down. But I don't think you guys understand how close it really, really is. I do my dude. I don't just say stuff. I don't say stuff on Sweep the League just to say it. I always am doing my research. I'm always doing stuff. I don't say stuff to say it. I don't say stuff to get ratings. I don't say stuff just, to boost, my views. I'm going to be real. I can give a shit about my boost, my views or anything. I really can. You either want to listen, you either want to participate, you either want to agree, you want to disagree. If you want to disagree all day. I really don't care, to be honest. And that's the thing. Take off the Spurs hat. It's closer than you think if you're talking Prime Joker, Prime Tim. We've seen Prime Tim. We've seen it. We're just scratching the surface on Prime Joker. Prime Joker will probably, more than likely, not have the career that Tim had. If you go back on the tape, y'all make it seem like I put Joker ahead of Tim on the all-time greatest list. Yeah, people getting pissed off about that. Like, I never once said that. I never once said Joker is better than Tim overall. I never said that I would put him over Tim Duncan in the all-time greatest category list. Someone, I think someone had mentioned about putting, that's like putting Michael Jordan over Tim Duncan. I never put anybody over anybody. A one-on-one game, 1v1, not a best of 7, just one game. I don't know. I have no idea. It's closer than what you guys think. It really is. But I'm going to ask you guys this, and we're going to move on because we got to do some picks tonight. We got some comments in here. Let me get some comments, and I'm going to ask you guys a question. I want y'all to think about this. Rudy the GOAT. Appreciate it, sis. Shout out to Sith out there. USOA. We're doing the picks tonight, man. Standing on business. I am not like Mantecas. I don't know who Mantecas is, but whatever. Guess what we are talking about on Next Los, Rudy? We will talk about it all day, all night. You're going to get me cooked anyway. Nobody on the Los YouTube page likes me anyway, apparently. So, Rudy, I get what you're trying to say, but you're still wrong because you did not include the system talk. The Spurs system versus Nuggets is what really needs to be talked about. System talk, 100%. But that's what I'm going to get to a little bit here. I'm going to get to a little bit on this. Manteca's looking to sue Leha for bracket idea theft. Ain't nobody suing anybody, man. Nobody can sue anybody. I mean, I can talk all the shit I want about people. They can't sue me for whatever. I mean, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Don't let it bother you, man. This is San Antonio. When Spurs fans take off their Spurs hat, there is a Spurs tattoo on the head. You see it like a lot of other people. Let's talk some college. We are talking college basketball in a minute, man. We're talking college basketball. Give me a second here. But let me ask you this before we get into college basketball talk here. Let me ask you this. Spurs fans, we keep it real. We keep it 100%. I don't talk about Spurs all the time. I don't talk about Cowboys. I don't talk about everything Texas. I don't do that. I talk about anything and everything that I want to talk about and the way you guys want to talk about. But Spurs fans, if Tim Duncan left the Spurs like he intended to and went to Orlando, would you be defending him as hard as you are right now? That's my question for you guys out there. If Tim left for Orlando like he wanted to, don't call me a liar. Go back and look at it. If not for Doc Rivers saying, no, can't have your family travel with us on the plane, Timmy would be in Orlando. Would you have defended him as hardcore as you do now? Tim is one of the greatest players to ever play the game. He's the greatest Spur of all time. He's the greatest power forward of all time. But if you can take off your Spurs hat for 1 second, would you be defending him? Would you consider prime Tim Duncan, the greatest of all time and all this and all this and all that? I'm just asking. Hate me. I'm asking. I'm just asking on that. I mean, keep it real 100% of the time. I don't have Tim ranked over Joker. I don't. Tim is all-time greatest power forward. Joker will more than likely not ever be the all-time greatest center. That's going to probably stick with Jabbar forever. So again, I don't have Timmy below Joker. I don't have Joker above Tim being ranked. Nothing like that. But in a 1v1, one game to decide it. No teammates, no nothing. And again, people credit Tim with his team. It's fact. You have Robinson, then you had Parker, you had Ginobili, and there's nothing blaming Tim. You don't blame Tim for his teammates. He had great teammates. He had a great system. I'm not saying that the system is the reason why Tim is the greatest of all time. Tim would have been the greatest of all time almost anywhere he went. But had he gone to Orlando, are you Spurs fans really, really, really keeping on that Spurs hat? That's my question. That's my question for you guys out there. People hate on me because I say Tony Parker is overrated. Ask some NBA players, Sith. They're not going to disagree with you. We've actually said that here on Sweep. And again, you talk all you want to talk about players, and fanboys always come at you because you're hating. You're hating. There's no such. It's not even hating. I've always said, if you can back up what you're talking about, then say it. I hate the people that can't back up what they talk. They just say stuff to say stuff. See what sticks on the wall. Well, bullshit sticks on the wall. Shit sticks on the wall. So, you can throw anything. It's going to stick. Come on. 100%. Darth Odium, Rudy, no matter what you say, you're still wrong because you're a Tar Heel fan. Shame. I know. Tar Heel fans are terrible. Terrible, terrible. Timmy had 1 foot out the door. He did. Does it change if Joker was playing in the TD era, in the era TD was playing in? I don't know. Here's the other part, man. Here's the other part. Check this out. You can't use the era talk because that's what gets people in trouble. Could LeBron have played in the 80s? People say yes. A lot of people, well, yeah, he has a strength. Yeah, that. The fouls were fouls that you had to literally be bleeding to get a foul called. A flagrant foul back in the day, is what a normal foul is today. I mean, a normal foul, a flagrant foul today is what a normal foul was back in the day. We don't know if Jokic, how he would have played back then. The closest we got was Arvydas Sabonis, and we didn't get him really in that era. I mean, we got him in the TD era just about, but we don't really know. Rules are different. They don't carry the ball like they do today. There was no gather step back then. Rick Barry, of all people, said, if I had the rules back then that they do today, and they didn't call carrying, they didn't call traveling, they didn't, you could do a moving screen and it's okay, I would have scored a whole lot more. And that's a fact. A lot of these guys in the back in the day, when you had the hand checking rule, it was tough to score. It was massively tough to score. So we can't compare eras. I mean, enjoy the game today. Joker's dominating today's game. Would he dominate Timmy's game, Jeff? I'm gonna say I don't know. I can't speak on that. I really don't know. It's tough to say. It's hard to even say that. How can a Hall of Famer be overrated? Well, Reggie Miller. Look at his stats. Look at Reggie's stats. If I read you, I'm going to tell you this. I mean, I already made the name. I shouldn't have made the name, but if I read you these stats, 5-time NBA All-Star, 3-time All-NBA third team, a part of the 50-40-90 club for one season. And that's really it. He was an NBA 75th anniversary team member. Averaged 18 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists a game. Are those stats Hall of Fame worthy? Some people say no. Some players say no. Derek Gervin, host of Sweep the League, adamantly says no. If I was to read you those stats, you wouldn't think Hall of Famer right away. Reggie's known for the games. He's known for, the New York Knicks, the rivalry with the Knicks. Reggie, great player. I mean, great player. But he's a Hall of Famer. In the NBA, it's not like basketball. I mean, it's not like baseball. You can get in by being good. You can get in by being good. Appreciate you, Little Mac, for joining us, man. Appreciate you joining us here tonight on Sweep the League. You leave the comments, man. Keep leaving the comments. We are all family here. We are good friends here. We always welcome everybody, man. Keep those comments rolling in. Your Tar Heels are up big at halftime. I did see that. I got the logo tattooed on me. They can DX my insert. Yeah, exactly. Rudy stands on business. He ain't no moist ass muff cake. Respect. I appreciate that, Leha. Appreciate that very, very much, man. Appreciate that a whole lot. Michael Jordan would shoot 20 free throws a game in today's NBA. Jordan would shoot 20 free throws by halftime in today's game. I mean, let's be real. He's shooting 35, 40 free throws a night, in today's game, because if you breathe on him, it's a foul. At Little Mac, he wasn't doing anything special. He got in the Hall of Fame because of his team. Parker was getting cooked and outdone by others in the same position at that time. One of the titles, we interviewed Speedy Claxton here on Sweep the League. Speedy never gets the love that he should deserve because there was reason for him. Tony struggled that year. And Tony struggled in that playoffs, especially in the finals. If not for Speedy Claxton, Spurs would have been in a little trouble. And you know what? Go back and listen to it. It's on Sweep the League. Go to YouTube, search Sweep the League TV. Look up that Speedy Claxton interview we did. Speedy would tell you Tony was kind of rattled that whole series because of the whole Jason Kidd talk. Jason Kidd coming to San Antonio. It was rumored. So, yeah, it definitely is happens like that. Is it a stretch to say Joker is the modern day Tim Duncan? No. I actually like that comparison. I will stand by that comparison. A dominant big man. You know what we do here on Sweep the League, you guys know it. We give major love and major shout out, man. Jeff, you get the first one. tonight because I would say, yeah, modern day Tim Duncan, Joker, yeah, I yeah, definitely so. Awesome comment. Appreciate that. At Sith Lord, how many rings would SA have without Tony Parker? Good question. I don't count the one against the Nets because again, Speedy rescued that team at the point guard position. Tony won Finals MVP against the Cavaliers, which their point guard was Daniel Gibson. Okay, I mean, he had a great series there. Tony was big in one of the Miami series, but of course Kawhi was the main one there. Wasn't around for the Knicks, so we can't count the Knicks. So there's already 4. The Pistons was all Manu. Manu and Tim were the Pistons there. I don't know. I would say, you know what? Tony made a huge difference on a lot of those title teams. He really did. How many would they have won without him? I can't say. That's a really good question. Still 5, Little Mac. Spurs would have had another system point guard doing the same stuff Parker did. Nothing special. There you go. I mean, I love the conversation from you guys. Love the conversation. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. Rudy, you are the modern day Bill Walton. Everything you say gets people on fire. Shout out to Bill Walton, man. I love Bill Walton. Bill Walton's one of my all-time favorite guys. I love Bill Walton, especially on the mic. You know, one of his most famous, lines. I remember him when he was calling the game for UCLA, and he said, my prediction for this game is whoever scores the most points at the end of the game is gonna win this contest. Classic Bill Walton. Love me, Bill Walton. Rest in peace, Bill Walton. Manu is my Spurs goat. So that's the talk that we've got about the TD and Joker talk that we had. The whole crap that went on last night. Shout out to Jeff Garcia, man. Putting me on the spot, but I gave you permission, Jeff. Love you for that, man. But again, the people that don't understand my reasoning, they really don't listen to the show. So that's why I don't really argue with a whole lot of people, because it's not worthy of arguments half the time. I mean, I've always said you guys have your opinion. I have my opinion. Nobody's right. Nobody's wrong. It's our opinions, man. And rather than argue and fight about differences and, opinions that aren't going to really change, we have fun with it. We have fun with it, man. 100% fun with it. The greatest thing Tony did for the Spurs was, wow. Oh man, that deserves a big damn, man. That was a good one there, man. Shout out to Leha on that one. Allegedly. Okay, we'll throw the allegedly back in there. Allegedly. Love that, man. Shout out to MCS General Contracting, proud sponsors of Sweep the League. All right, we're gonna take our commercial break. When we get back, Tim Gonzalez in here. He's ready, man. It is time to jump in and dive in to the USOA Dirty Four bracket. We're gonna be making our picks live next here on Sweep the League. Who do we have winning? Golly, I had that stupid team down the road winning on one of my brackets. I had to throw it away and receive. I'm gonna take this one serious. I'm gonna take it serious. When we get back from commercial break, it is bracket time. North Carolina up big, but they should not have been in the. You're a Tar Heel. This guy admits they should not have been in the tournament, but they're in. So hey, F it. We ride it down. We're up at half. We keep it going. We're in the tournament. We're in the tournament. We're in the tournament. Also, West Virginia, the governor, suing the NCAA again. We'll have his comments as well. Plus Mick Cronin. If we get to him, more NCAA talk from Mick Cronin. And before we go, why is there so much Tony hate? I don't get it. Little Mac, to be honest, man, I'm going to tell you this right now. There is no Tony Parker hate whatsoever. I assure you there's no hate whatsoever. We respect him. We respect Tony Parker. Tony is one of the greatest point guards, especially in the paint. When you lead the league in field goal percentage, I mean, to me, you are dominating the game, but there's no hate. Tony is the one guy who doesn't get the most love of the big three. That is a fact. Out of Manu, Tim, and Tony, Tony is the one that gets the least amount of love. Can't deny what he's done in San Antonio. Can't deny what he's done in his NBA career. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame. Tony got in, yes, because of the Spurs, but Tony had a really good international career as well. There is no hate for Tony Parker. Rest assured, there is no hate for Tony Parker at all. I will say that. No hate whatsoever, man. So don't think you got don't feel like we're hating on Tony Parker. We call it like we see it. 100% of the time, that's all we do. We call it like we see it. He struggled mightily. I mean, against the Nets, if not for Speedy, they struggle at Jason Kidd probably eats him up alive. Spurs probably still win that. They probably still win. Now, remember, if you look back, if you hear Steven Jackson, if you talk to Jason Kidd, in fact, I will bring up tomorrow night, I'll bring up the Jason Kidd comment that said they were cooking until Speedy Claxton came in that final series. I will bring that up tomorrow. So there's no hate for Tony. It's just when he struggled, he struggled. Rudy, VCU versus BYU will be a good game. It sure as well. Tony is the middle child of the big three. Basically what we're saying. He's got the one that got the less love out of everybody. But we're going to take a commercial break. On the way back, it's pick'em time. USOA 34 bracket. We're going to make our picks here next on the second half of Sweep the League. Rudy Campos Jr. We'll be back in just a second. Are you looking for a contracting company that gets the job done right the first time? Look no further than MCS General Contracting. MCS specializes in top quality concrete work, including patios, driveways, foundations, and swimming pools. The team of experts are dedicated to delivering exceptional results and unparalleled customer satisfaction. At MCS General Contracting, they're not just hardworking, they're local. Based in San Antonio, they are committed to building relationships and trust within the community. That's why MCS guarantees your satisfaction. They pride themselves on getting the job done right the first time, every time. So why wait? Contract MCS General Contracting today to schedule your project and experience the difference for yourself. MCS General Contracting. Building a better San Antonio, one project at a time. Proud sponsors of Sweep the League.
Thank you for such an incredibly special night. Thank you for giving us the gift of being able to share music with you. Wheels up from the off the ground. Nowhere but to roll around. How we doing out there all night? I sure love you, LA.
Time to react, yeah, shift like a skate. Left, right, lean, that's a bucket in sight. Pull up mid, let it fly, no hype. Fourth quarter ice, keep the rock in my grip. When the clock go red, don't slip, I rip. Fast as allowed, yeah, the motor don't quit. Drop 30 quick, now they begging for a switch. Fox in the open, the lane look free, now allow that up. Wimby, and running no team, keep pace. Fox got gears, Wemby got grace. Hoop too high, man, you won't touch. Use Spurs every year, time to rush. Speed too real, yeah, check that tight. Defenders froze, now they stuck in place. Who gon' step, man, don't play dumb. Fast break dumb.
You are watching Sweep the League TV. Make sure you subscribe and catch our new videos.
Sweep the League TV with Rudy Derrick and Coach Kia. Let's get back to the live show. You are watching the best in the business.
North Carolina being in the NCAA tournament is a crime. Is a crime. They had 2 wins over the field, one of which came over American. They had 1 win over a high major team in the field, and that came against UCLA in a game that UCLA gave away. If you're going to hand a team that is 2-10 against teams in the field a bid to the NCAA tournament, what are we doing here? West Virginia did lose Tucker DeVries, their best player.
But back in December.
They were able to win at Kansas shorthanded. This team beat Iowa State in Morgantown.
Yep.
They own neutral site wins over Arizona and Gonzaga.
That's right.
Why don't the results matter? West Virginia should have been in. I would have put Indiana in over North Carolina because they at least beat Purdue. They went to East Lansing and beat a Michigan State team that's on the 2 line. The Tar Heels being in was flat out wrong.
My guy, John Fanta, bringing it. And so much of a Tar Heel fan as I am, loving my North Carolina Tar Heels, loving the fact that they're up at halftime, 47-23 over San Diego State in the first 4. I don't know, the first 4 or the final 4, and whatever it is. Look like they're going to be on their way into the tournament bracket here. But he's correct. I needed North Carolina to make the ACC title game in order for them to be a lock into the final, into the March Madness bracket, the tournament. They didn't get there. They lost to Duke. My thing is this: they did not deserve to be in there. They didn't have any quality wins. They were a terrible team this year. And again, I take off my Carolina hat as much as a North Carolina fan as I am, and a diehard one at that. I take off my hat and call it like I see it. That team sucked this year. No reason why they should have been invited to the tournament. Not even to play on Tuesday to get into the tournament, the first 4 games. No, not even that, man. They didn't deserve it. West Virginia, there was other teams out there that deserved it. Shame on the committee. Shame on the committee. Coming from a Tar Heel fan, shame on the committee. I didn't agree with that at all. Rudy Campos Jr. for Sweep the League. Derek Irvin and Coach Gio, part of Sweep the League. Be sure to go to our website, or not website, YouTube page. Search Sweep the League TV. Hit that subscribe button. But before we go on, we've got other comments here because we've got to make our picks, man. We got to make our picks. Tim Gonzalez, I have Yell and Drake with upsets in the first round. We'll see what I've got there. Tony Parker is the Kevin Johnson of his time. Agree with that. USOA is in the house. If you are down with USA, let me get a hell yeah. Of course, it's a hell yeah. Hell yeah. I shaved my head, so Elias 316 is in full effect. We got to get Sweep the League STL 316 back on the airwaves as well soon. Hell yeah, Lehi. Again, a lot of them. Hate was a little strong. LOL, disrespect was the word I should have used. I think he gets really more disrespected than he actually gets hated there, Little Max. I kind of agree with you on that. West Virginia had better quality wins, 100%. San Diego State is losing. Yeah, they're probably going to lose, Jacob Barrett. My bad. Tar Heels are showing up for whatever reason. They're going to show up just to get booted out, right? Yeah, that's the way it works here. We've got the USOA Bracket Challenge. As you can tell, March Madness is here. We're getting our picks in as part of the USOA. So, kind of nervous, guys. I didn't quite get ready for this, and cue the music here. All right, let's go. Let's get our picks in here. Also, just a reminder here, sponsored by Bear Apparel, MCS General Contracting, Castro and Stone Solar. Top 4 brackets are getting prizes. You too can enter the USOA Dirty 4 bracket on ESPN. I'm going to share the link for everybody on Twitter or X or whatever the kids call it. That way you guys can join in. I'll try to share it on YouTube as well, so that way you guys can join in. The more the merrier. This is just proof right here that I'm going to enter my bracket. So Sweep the League is officially in now. Let's go ahead and let me make this a little bigger here for you guys. Let's see if we can do it here. Full screen. Let's get the banner out of the way so you guys can check it out. So, all right, here we go. We're going to the South region first. Alabama State is in right now. They won tonight in thrilling fashion, as you guys can remember from earlier beginning of the show. We showed you the thrilling victory by Alabama State over St. Francis. But shout out here. Auburn gets the victory. They move on over Alabama State. Louisville and Creighton. This is a toss-up. They always say, which team's going to show up? Which team's going to show up? Shout out to the Fighting Doug McDermott's. We're going to go Creighton right here for that win. Michigan, UC San Diego, one of the hottest teams coming into the tournament. Michigan has been kind of up and down all year long. Did I do it? I did. UC San Diego coming in the tournament. They're still going to be hot. Fighting Aggies, the Fighting Johnny Manziel's in the house. Let's go ahead and take no, not so fast, my friend. Yale's one of the sleepers in this tournament. Guess what? We've got a 12-13 matchup in the round of 32. Moving on, Ole Miss, San Diego State, UNC. The winner of this game is going to move on. I've got another upset here. And why am I going with the upsets? Because I can do whatever the hell I want. I do like Ole Miss, though. I do like Ole Miss. I think this is a tough one for me. I'm going to say I love UNC in this if they end up winning. I just think I'm going to take Ole Miss on this one right here. So I think Ole Miss does move on. Iowa State, their star player went down. One of their players went down. Do we dare take the upset on Iowa State over? Lipscomb over Iowa State. Who do you guys got? Drop them in the comments there. Who did you take? Iowa State or Lipscomb? Marquette, New Mexico. Gonna go with Marquette. Michigan State, Bryant, Michigan State. Who do you guys got? Iowa State, Lipscomb. Do we have an upset? Brewing? We sure as hell do. I'm taking the 14th seed. Lipscomb. The way you say, you got to watch how you say that because we can get banned and booted here. So it's Lipscomb for the win right there. That is my first round in the South bracket. Let's move on now. Auburn, Creighton, give me the Tigers. Tigers winning that one. A lot of you guys got Iowa. Iowa State, Iowa. Sit with the pause. Yeah, you got to watch how you say that. Lipscomb. Got to watch how you say that. Apparently the dirty name teams tend to win a lot more, so that's why we're going that route. Pause. UC San Diego, Yale. UC San Diego stays hot. They get into the Sweet 16 for me. Ole Miss beats the dirty college in Lipscomb. And give me Michigan State. My Sweet 16 matchup right here in the South bracket. Auburn, UC San Diego, Ole Miss, Michigan State. No surprises here. We got Auburn. We got Michigan State. Who is coming? Pause. Who is heading to San Antonio? Those damn Auburn Tigers. They are heading over to San Antonio. As you can see, I've got them in the Final Four. Let's move over to the East bracket. Oh my God, I got the double pause. Who's coming? Yeah, double pause. Now imagine if I said this, kids, you should have put your earmuffs on. If I said Lipscomb is coming to San Antonio, that is a massive double pause. Cancel Rudy. The show's over. You know what? Terrible. We have to have X-rated, whatever. I don't want to do that. So triple pause on that one there, Sid. East region here. No surprise. I've got Duke. I've got Baylor beating Mississippi State. Everybody says take Liberty. Liberty. Do I take a Liberty team there? That's the game I want you guys to help me with here. Who are you taking? Oregon, Liberty. One of the biggest matchups right there. I got Arizona beating Akron. I've got VCU with the upset over BYU. Not much of an upset. Wisconsin beating Montana. St. Mary's beating Vanderbilt. And of course, I got Bama over Robert Morris. Who do we got going? Because I know who I'm taking in that game. And that damn commercial with the little kid there. We got sit with Oregon. We got Liberty. We got Oregon by Lehigh. Well, I'm going to go with the commercial because it's been playing like every 5 minutes on my TV. Liberty. I'm taking Liberty on the East region there. Let's head over to the round of 32. Of course, I've got Duke moving on. A healthy Cooper Flag is a deadly Duke team. I will say that, even though I don't have high hopes for him in the NBA right now. I got a lot to see where he goes. I've got Arizona beating Liberty. I've got VCU moving on over Wisconsin. I've got Alabama heading to play against VCU. My Sweet 16. If Duke is healthy, I've got a Duke Blue Devil team heading to the Elite Eight, and I've got Alabama beating VCU. Who do I have heading to San Antonio from the East region? A healthy Duke team is a scary team. Give me Duke out of the East region. I'm taking the Blue Devils to come out of the East region. Two of my final four teams, Auburn and Duke. Very boring, right? Two number ones. Let's head over down to the West. We've got Florida over Norfolk. I've got UConn beating Oklahoma. Colorado State beating Memphis, who is overrated in this tournament right now. Maryland with future Spur. Derek Queen playing in that game. I've got Drake beating Missouri. Not that Drake, because that other Drake can't beat anybody. Texas Tech beating UNC Wilmington. Kansas beating Arkansas. St. John's beating Omaha. Who do we got moving on? Of course, I've got Florida beating UConn. I've got Maryland beating Florida. I've got Texas Tech heading into the Sweet 16. And I've got St. John's moving on. I got Florida winning the whole damn thing. That's you, Bubba. That's you right there. Not a bad pick. I've got St. John's beating Texas Tech. I've got Florida playing St. John's and Rick Pitino heading down to San Antonio. Puro pinche Red Raiders a la verga. Exactly, man. Rudy, I have 3-1 seeds in the Final Four. I've got St. John's coming out of the West. They've been playing so damn good all year. The Red Storm heads down to San Antonio to match up against Auburn in the Final Four. Midwest bracket. Houston beating SIUE. I've got Gonzaga beating Georgia. Clemson over McNeese. And a lot of people are taking High Point. Unless you're Snoop Dogg or Willie Nelson, you're not taking high in anything. Give me Purdue over High Point. I have the winner of Texas, Xavier beating Illinois. Kentucky rolling Troy. I've got Utah State beating UCLA. And I've got Tennessee beating Wofford. Tim says Purdue. I got Purdue. I definitely have Purdue. Houston and Gonzaga. Give me that game, guys. Who do you got in Houston and Gonzaga? Clemson and Purdue. Clemson Tigers. I've got Kentucky moving on. I've got Tennessee moving on. Houston and Gonzaga. Is this that upset? Is this where we see a number one team fall early in this tournament in the first weekend? Houston. Do we have a problem? I mean, you can't sleep on the Zags. This is a very tough matchup for Houston. I thought about it long and hard. Pause. Sip. I did go with Houston. I took Houston to go up against Clemson there. I do have them beating Gonzaga, but it wouldn't shock me if Gonzaga win. I've got Kentucky beating Tennessee. And I've got those Clemson Tigers beating Houston in the Sweet 16. Elite Eight, guess what? I've got Clemson. A 5 seed heading to San Antonio to play against Duke. We have an ACC matchup on one side of the bracket. Rudy, I'll tell you where I see Houston losing. You got to let me know where. Final Four prediction. I've got Auburn beating St. John's. Rick Pitino, one and done in San Antonio. All because, you know, he wanted Tim Duncan when he was back in Boston. Didn't get him, so he's still pissed off at San Antonio. He got Tim Duncan. Shout out Timmy. I've got Duke beating Clemson. A healthy Duke team is a very scary Duke team. My national championship game. Yeah, see, there you go. Rudy, I have Clemson beating Houston. That's who I had too. St. John's will win. You got St. John. I've got Auburn. My national title game is Auburn versus Duke, 2 number 1s. I told you guys earlier I had Duke winning in one bracket. I threw it away. I should not have thrown it away. I should have ripped it up, put it in the shredder, gotten rid of it all, because your national champions this year is the University of Auburn. Bruce Pearl has had the best team all season long. Bruce Pearl is cutting down the nets in San Antonio. Tim, I have Clemson in the Final Four. So do I. I like Clemson in that bracket right there. Your national champions this year and the winner of the USOA Dirty Four bracket will be Sweep the League. And again, if I win any prize, it's going to be donated back to the guys. They're going to give it to somebody else. But I have the University of Auburn winning the national championship this season. Shout out to Auburn. Shout out to Bruce Pearl. Shout out to Bruce Pearl. Duke beating Florida in the national championship game. You can see that. Call 911 because he just lost his mind. Hey, man, I got Duke as far as I could, man. I'm sorry, but I had him winning earlier. I started doing a little bit more game film, and Auburn just looks that damn good, man. They have some hiccups, but I really like Auburn this year. Give me Auburn, the Tigers, to win this year's national championship. So for all you guys out there, here we go. Submit bracket. Bracket has been submitted to the USOA 34 bracket challenge on ESPN. So here we go. It's been submitted. Let's see what happens. So hater I am. Fight me. I have Houston versus Texas Tech because that's when we ball. I knew you would have Texas. I knew you would have Texas Tech in there, man. I'm sorry. I took Texas Tech as far as I could go. 34 challenge. Let's go. See, we did it. I was going to run a Sweep the League bracket challenge, but I'm going to have a little bit of fun. I'm joining this one. I've got another one I got to do as well at another group, but this is the one I wanted to do live with you guys on here, have a little bit of fun. To be honest, this is the one I'm taking really, really serious as well, too. So I really did take this one serious. The other one I kind of took some picks that I probably wouldn't have taken anywhere else. So shout out to USOA. These are my Final Four predictions right here. I've got University of Auburn winning it all. Leha's in here. Nah, man, I ran with Texas Tech because it shows I'm a diehard Tar Heel fan. Love my Tar Heels, but when I'm calling them out saying they don't deserve to be there, I'm 100% like that, bro. They don't deserve it. They did not deserve to be in the tournament at all. So that's my picks right there for the USOA 34 challenge. And again, I'm going to share that link for you guys out there that want to participate in it. If it this one didn't require a password. So I know if it does require one, let me know and I'll get that for you. But this one didn't require a password. So hopefully you guys can join, get a chance to win some prizes from Bear Apparel, from Castro Sons, MCS General Contracting, and who knows, maybe I'll be a sponsor of this too and throw in a gift card or two so we can have more winners. There's nothing like having more winners as part of March Madness, man. Again, USOA 34 bracket challenge. Rudy, how bad is it for the city for this to be the last NCAA Final Four the city is hosting? It's pretty bad until they build something and I mean, they're going to have to build something to hold it in. So until Project Marvel goes through and things start to change, it sucks because a lot of teams actually like going to San Antonio and having a Final Four there. It's a great city to have it in, but they don't have the facilities for it. So sucks. It does really, truly suck for them. Hope that they can get something worked out because definitely do need it. Final Four in San Antonio. Get back more comments. Where's the group password to do the bracket? I'll share it out on Twitter, but actually, Tim, you have Leha and Sid. Just get in contact with one of them. They can DM me the link or share the link. Again, I'll share Leha's and Sid's post because they have the link on there as well. So I'll share that for everybody out there. That way you can participate. Women's Final Four is coming in 2029 as that. So what we do here at Sweep the League, we've been doing lately, baseball season's here. We've been sharing some baseball stories left and right. I've been getting you guys some videos for some baseball stories. That's what we do at the end of the show here. We're going to share another one here. It has to do with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Not a Dodgers fan by any means, but they did something pretty cool. And I really, really love that I was able to find this video. So we're going to be sharing more baseball videos for you guys out there to end the show. Appreciate everybody that can join. They can play the next Final Four in my backyard. I got buckets to sit on. There you go. Go play it over at Darth's backyard. The NCAA Final Four, the perfect facility. Who knows? Maybe we'll get MCS General Contracting to build a little arena for the NCAA. That way they can have some games here and stuff like that. But got to take care of the facilities, man. Got to take care. The best way to take care of it is call MCS General Contracting. Proud sponsors of Sweep the League. They guarantee their work. It's backed by them and it's backed by Sweep the League 100% of the time. Every time they do the job right the first time. Why? Because you know what? They're the best in the business. They ain't out there to mess around. They're out there to get the job done ASAP for you and make sure that you are one satisfied customer. That is MCS General Contracting. For Derek Irvin, for Coach Gio, Rudy Campos Jr. Going to leave you guys a little bit of baseball here, but until we sweep the league again tomorrow, we'll see you later, knuckleheads.
Okay, all right. So right now, I'm passing around like a picture. And it's got one of our players, Chase Utley at Citizens Ballpark. Chase being Chase, was signing autographs for a kid who's dealt with cancer his entire life, 2 bouts of it. This kid hasn't seen Chase since that day. This kid is Devin Smeltzer, who's a pitcher in our organization right now. No way. And this is Devin. Come here, Devin. So this is that young 10-year-old boy getting an autograph from his hero, Chase Utley. And this guy is a professional ball player right now, left-handed pitcher with us. How cool is that, man?
August 12th, 06 went into remission and getting after it ever since. But I was able to play through it, and guys like Utley and Hamels and then they did a lot for my hospital. So I just wanted to come and thank you for everything you did, and it means a lot.